Solo leveling isn't exactly unique in its genre. Hell, it's not even unique in its title. So why all the hype for this and not solo login, solo max level newbie, solo spellcaster, hardcore leveling warrior, infinite leveling, level up alone, level up only by eating, maxed out leveling? So why has solo leveling been hyped to all hell and not any of these? Let's find out, but first a short synopsis. 10 years ago, an interdimensional gate appeared connecting our world to the world of monsters, and also giving certain people special abilities. With that, the golden eye of capitalism saw yet another opportunity and made these people hunters for profit. They kill monsters and mine the resources in the gates to sell. Our protagonist, Sun Jin-woo, is known as the weakest hunter until one day when everything changes for him. Now, I found the first 11 chapters pretty damn engaging. It introduced the main character well enough and his relationship to this unforgiving world. Throws him into a seemingly impossible situation, which he overcomes for the most part without the need of some magical power from up high. Which is probably why after receiving a magical power from up high, the story takes a turn for the worst. And it was a sudden turn. By chapter 16, the personality of the protagonist does a 180 in making him less interesting and just very bland. The supporting characters are also very bland and only exist to be in awe of the main character's greatness. Reading through the story, you feel little to no tension or stakes. The story after chapter 11 becomes one of the worst examples of a self-insert power fantasy. And worse than any of that, the whole thing becomes predictable and boring. Which once again begs the question, why was it hyped up so much? Why can't you take 2 steps in the anime community without someone recommending this story? To answer that, I needed to take a step back and ask myself, what is the best thing about this manhwa? And that answer was easy. The art. The art is very fitting and extremely well done. So where does the art shine the most? Obviously in the combat, and the combat looks pretty cool. And the system, which is the special power the protagonist receives, is very detailed. But I rarely felt any sense of danger from his opponents. In fact, this story reminds me of that old Dead Fantasy video. Cool fight scenes without any real plot or point. To better express my point, here's an exercise. Think of all the fights Jin has been in the entire series, and for each fight, ask yourself, plot-wise, why should I care? And you will be hard-pressed to find an answer that isn't because it makes him look cool. The people who enjoy this story like it for the very detailed growth of the main character's fighting capabilities. If that is your thing, this story is perfect for you. But if you want anything more, you will be disappointed. But in the end, solo leveling is probably better as an anime.